Ex lies during divorce to have me jailed, but he's left with remorse. In the early 90s, I was divorcing my ex, and he was furious. I owned the house before we married, so he moved out, but not before breaking in and destroying my things. He cut up my clothes, tore up my jewelry, and left a mess. I couldn't prove it, but I knew it was him. In court, he gave the judge a 2-page list of items he claimed he brought into the marriage and said I was refusing to return them. The list was completely made up. He didn't own any of it. He wanted me jailed for contempt of court unless I paid $2,000. I refused. 2 days before court, a friend noticed how vague the list was. Items like gun or computer had no descriptions. She suggested buying cheap junk versions of everything on the list. It'd cost me $200, keep me out of jail, and ruin his plan. I loved it. I hit pawn shops and thrift stores explaining my scavenger hunt to staff who eagerly helped. Here's what I boxed up for him. Gun, a rusty cap gun, screwdriver set, rusty mismatched tools, clothing, terrible Goodwill finds, bust, statue, a lumpy clay creation I made myself, camping gear, a rusty pan, matches, and a tiny tarp, Monopoly game, a Goodwill board with no pieces. I videotaped myself boxing it all up and sent it to my ex's attorney, saying I'd found everything in the attic. The judge finalized the divorce and my ex got his box of garbage. I didn't get to see his face when he opened it, but I still laughed 30 years later. He made it all up and there was nothing he could do about it.